hello! My name is Mara, and welcome to Books Like Whoa. So I'm back at you again for this Sunday's bonus video, which is on my Agatha Christie collection. This is the other collection I get requested to show you guys a lot. Now here's the thing, do I have way more Agatha Christie books than any one person needs, and do I have duplicates, and am I collecting in a collection? Yes. That being said, I definitely don't have a complete collection in either of the editions I collect her works in. Not even close. She has, I think, roughly like 80 books, and I think in each collection I probably have, let's say, 20-ish books. I actually prefer collecting Agatha Christie as ebook and as audio. Like, those are the ones that I get the most excited about in terms of like practically how I read her. But in terms of just having beautiful objects, and like, I love Agatha Christie, she's probably my favorite author, I do enjoy collecting in these two collections. So brace yourself, because we're about to move to a different part of my house, because I actually have these collections out in my like main living area. So you will be seeing different bookshelves. And yeah, without much further ado, here is a bonus collection video of the Agatha Christie collections that I collect. That was a lot of usage of the word collect right there. Okay, guys. Welcome to my living room. Sorry about the lighting. It's a little off because I've got the sun coming in from the left, and just time of day, whatever, we're all going to be fine. So yeah, this is the extent of my physical Agatha Christie collecting in terms of the two editions that I do like to collect and bring in. Like I said, she has so many books that trying to collect all of them, I think, is not something that I'm terribly interested in. At least until I have my own home, and like, I literally will probably have like bookshelves put everywhere. And at that time, maybe I will have an entire bookcase just dedicated to different editions of Agatha Christie. We shall see. But for now, this is really the two that I'm interested in. So on the left, you can see the facsimile editions that I have. I do have a number of these that I still want to get, so that I expect to be an expanding collection. And then on the right are the Bantam Book Club collection, which is in this sort of faux leather finish on the covers. So those are really the only two that I acquire. I purchased the facsimile ones like kind of purposefully, but the Bantam ones I really just grab from used bookstores when I see them out in the wild. So it's a little bit more haphazard. But anyway, I thought that I would just show you what I have, and yeah. Hope you guys enjoy. Okay, here are my facsimile ones, and these are really focused on particular volumes from her that I personally like. I know that not all of these are like beloved favorites of the fandom, but most of these are either ones that I found like for very cheap, so picked up, or ones that I particularly like. So let's get to it. The Mysterious Affair at Styles by Agatha Christie. This is the first book she ever published, as you can tell from the cool 20s cover. I should note, one question that I've gotten before is why there's like this little line dividing on these editions, and that is because if you can see, let's see if I can get this going here. There is like this little half sleeve on top of these editions that match to the overall cover. So they blend in, but you do see this line. I could get rid of that, but I don't know. I don't want to. So I leave those on there. So when you see the little line, that's what that is. The Secret of the Chimneys. The Murder at the Vicarage, which is the first Miss Marple book, though you will notice she is sadly absent from this cover, and it's actually quite graphic. I don't know if you guys can tell, but that man is like definitely bleeding from his head where he was shot. They were hardcore back in the 30s. The Murder of Roger Ackroyd. This is definitely one of the most beloved Christies, so glad to have it. Next is a short story collection called Poirot Investigates. We have Death on the Nile, which has got this really cool old-timey rendering of ancient Egypt. Next is my all-time favorite Christie, which is Cards on the Table. Crooked House by Agatha Christie, probably my second favorite book from her. Murder on the Orient Express, probably tied for her most popular book ever with the next book, which is And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie, with a gigantic creepy skull hand pointing at a house on an island. Cool. Appointment with Death by Agatha Christie, another kind of old-timey, ancient, Jordan in this case, cover, which I think is a little bit of an underrated Christie. It's really excellent, I think. An early classic in her Poirot oeuvre is Lord Edgware Dies, and as it says, Poirot again. Just, that's all it says is the subtitle. Poirot again. That could be construed in a lot of different senses, probably. Then we've got The Big Four, which is a really kind of a series of short stories that are bound together as a novel. And yeah, I know I'm one of the only people who actually likes this one, but it is a favorite of mine. I particularly like the audio. Never going to tell you it's actually a great book, but I just personally enjoy a lot of it for its weird, it's like weird, whimsical campiness. It amuses me. And last and honestly least, in terms of my personal enjoyment of these facsimile edition ones, is Dumb Witness, with this cute puppo on the front. A good Christie, a solid Christie, not necessarily a notable one other than the fact that it is the last time we see Hastings until the very last book in the Poirot canon. So those are all my facsimile editions. I don't think I ever actually said this. The reason they're called facsimile editions is because these are essentially modern day reprintings, recreations of what the original published books looked like. I'm not sure, I think that these are the British ones, the British covers and not the American ones. You'd think I would know that, but I don't. In any case, they are my preferred Christie edition and the one that I'm actually like purposely collecting, as opposed to what we're about to move to, which is more of an incidental when I find it kind of collection. Okay, so moving on to the Bantam. I'm not going to take all of these out and show them to you individually because they all literally look the same, which I guess I can show you what the front of this looks like. I'll just say the Agatha Christie Mystery Collection. Really, these are meant to be like handsome things to have on your bookshelf that all match. They don't necessarily have covers that have any kind of unique personality to them. They are just meant to be uniform, and they are. Good job, Bantam. They do all look the same, and I do think that they are a handsome addition to a shelf. So in terms of the ones that I personally own, as you can see, starting here and working our way down and then across, I have the Seven Dials Mystery, Murder in Three Acts, also known as the Three-Act Tragedy, Funerals Are Fatal, also known as After the Funeral, The Murder of Roger Ackroyd, They Came to Baghdad, The ABC Murders, Sad Cypress, and Why Didn't They Ask Evans? And then going across, I have The Underdog and Other Short Stories, Poirot Investigates, Murder at the Vicarage, and Witness for the Prosecution. So those are my Bantam ones that I have, and like I said, when I see them in the wild, I pick them up, but they are not something I'm necessarily purposely collecting, though they do look quite nice out here in my living area. So that does it for the ones that I have in terms of kind of special editions other than ebook or audio, though I'm hoping this time next year I probably will have a more expansive collection, especially if I have more bookshelves, if I end up being able to move. I think I will then maybe focus on having an entire shelf of Christie. We shall see. So I'll go ahead and send you back to the normal setup. Okay, back in the studio. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I know you guys asked for it a lot, so I hope it lived up to your expectations. And yeah, this is one that I'm actively still collecting in. I may do another one of these next year just to see where I'm at. If I've gotten, you know, a good deal more of them, it might be fun to kind of see where we're at. So I don't know, stay tuned for next year. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed the bonus video. I hope you're having a great Sunday. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, follow me on the social medias if you are so inclined. I have all that information listed in the description box below. And I will just talk to you soon. Bye.